This is the Experienced Optimist, and today I want to talk about why society wants men to chase women. This is something I've been thinking about a lot here recently, and a lot of other MGTOW channels they've talked about it. I wanted to give my opinion on the topic. Obviously, the short reason for why society wants men to chase women is because the more men chase women, there's a higher percentage that he'll end up on the pussy plantation. There's a larger percentage that he'll take on enormous amounts of debt to impress a woman. There's a high probability that he'll try to change himself to impress a woman, to seek validation from those around him, his social circles, try to impress the woman's family, try to live in certain neighborhoods. And all these lead to a lack of freedom on the man's part, to which he soon finds himself on the pussy plantation. Now, of course, it starts young. When we're in school, we're indoctrinated to believe that women are beautiful, sugar, spice, and everything nice. We're indoctrinated to believe that consumerism is a good thing, materialism is a good thing, and we should sacrifice ourselves for others, even though they're not willing to sacrifice themselves for you. And that's what happens. So as we get older, all we see on TV is life's a big party. Go out and have sex with as many women as you can. The more women you have sex with, the more women that you try to get validation from, the happier you will be as a man, which we all know being a MGTOW man is a lie. But the thing is, society knows that as you strive to perfect your game, as you strive to reshape yourself so that you can have sex with more women, invariably what happens is, as you're on this journey for validation, most likely you're going to trip up and get a woman pregnant. Most likely you're going to run into a woman that is crazy and will cause you legal harm. Most likely you're going to run into a woman to where you fall in love with her, giving into this biological programming. And all this leads you to the pussy plantation. All this leads you to a place where you're striving to compete with other men. And it's the competition with other men which ultimately doesn't lead to any type of satisfaction that keeps you on the pussy plantation. Why do I say that? I say that because when you go MGTOW, you go in your own way. You don't have to compete with other men. They're going their way. You're going your way. And the only way for you to gain the success and happiness that you want in life is for you to go your own way. You can't be someone that you're not. As much as I would want to try to be like The Rock, Dwayne Johnson, I can't, because there's only one Rock Dwayne Johnson. There's only one experienced optimist. I can't be him and he can't be me. But we have so many men competing with each other, trying to outdo each other to stay on top of some pecking order that ultimately doesn't mean anything. We're all trying to fit some standard that has no meaning, that doesn't get us any further in life, that ultimately leads to depression and anxiety. So why does society want us to chase women? Because they know that women are so alluring that sooner or later men will fall victim to the feminine wiles. And when they do, they're led straight to the plantation. I remember when I started traveling, I was on a forum and there was a guy who traveled all over the place and he would always have sex with beautiful women. And he said something that was he mentioned some good advice. He said that if you're a man and you start to travel, eventually you're going to run into a woman that you're going to fall in love with. You'll be infatuated by her. And he said to overcome that, and I'm paraphrasing here, he said what you need to do is understand that these are biological urges. You need to take a step back, calm yourself, and understand that as you travel to other places, you're going to find other women that you fall in love with. This is only natural. He said it happens to the best and biggest among us. Maybe he said best and brightest, I can't remember, but he said it happens to the strongest among us because our biology dictates that we try to procreate as a man, as we all know. But that's the thing. What he was saying that resonated with me is that as a man, you need to take control of that biological urge and don't let it control you. This is how we as men get led to the plantation. And those in society that wish to control men, they know this. They know that most men will eventually fall, even if you're pumping and dumping and doing all that. I remember I was traveling, I met this one girl. She was cute. I remember she did this stupid dance on the dance floor. But that dance was just enough to trigger infatuation in me. And I started to get connected to her. And I had to remember that guy's word. And I said, okay, hold on. Let me stop myself right here. Then there was another girl. She was extremely beautiful. Just the type of girl that I wanted. Her name was similar to mine. And I remember I took that as a sign that she was my soulmate. This was my mind trying to trick myself into getting into a relationship with this woman. And then there was another girl. And then there was another girl. And I found out that that man was right that said that it happens to the strongest among us. You get trapped in this. Your emotions try to trap you into connecting with a woman, which ultimately will not end well for you. You will continue to try to satiate the woman. You'll continue to try to gain validation from the woman. With most men, they end up marrying the woman, and they end up on the plantation. So that is why society wants men to chase women. Because the more you chase women, the more you'll become a cog in the wheel that holds up a corrupt system that ultimately doesn't care anything about men. Well, if you like this video, give a thumbs up, subscribe, hit the notification button. I'm going to leave my email address in the description box. So if you have any questions about MGTOW, or if you have some topics that you want me to cover, just send me an email. And I'll try to cover it in my channel. But take care, guys. Support other MGTOW channels. And I'll talk to you later.